Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to the fourth day of the Calcutta Christmas meeting. A lovely winter afternoon here in Calcutta. Clear skies and a nice breeze blowing across. Beautiful winter afternoon. You couldn't ask for a better day to be at the racecourse. First race of the afternoon, the Nephin Cup. Just 4 runners, 2-year-olds, maidens at the time of starting. Number 1, Just Dash, by Sourcebearquam, out of Systematic, trained by Neil Darasha, ridden by Vinay Jaiswal, drawn 2. Number 2, Natural Grace, by Phoenix Star, out of Jazzy Jordan, trained by Neil Darasha, ridden by Neeraj Rawal, and drawn 4. Number 3 is Sea Salt Caramel, trained by Bharat Singh. Sea Salt Caramel by Surf Rider, out of Salt, ridden here by Nikhil Naidu, drawn 3. And number 4, The Presence, a son of multitude, out of Southern Fantasy, trained by Neil Darasha, ridden by Akram, and drawn 1. 4 runners and riders on their way to the starting gates. A very, very strong favorite here in number 2, Natural Grace, running here at 4-1 on. Number 3, Sea Salt Caramel, is at 9-1. Number 1, Just Dash, 20-1. And number 4, The Presence, at 25-1. So that's the way they bet here for this first race, the Nephin Cup. Runners and riders on their way to the starting gates. Runners and riders have reached the starting gates for the first race, the Nephin Cup. You can see Sea Salt Caramel on your screen there. Sea Salt Caramel running on debut. The other 3 runners have all had a start. Natural Craze still steady at 4-1 on, 9-1 Sea Salt Caramel, 20-1 Just Dash, and The Presence at 25-1. Just Dash will be the first to walk in. The horses are now being stalled. Just Dash turns away from the gate. Interesting to see that all 4 are fillies in this race. We don't have a single colt. And Sea Salt Caramel was the first to walk in. I beg your pardon. That was the Presence that's walked in to stall number 1. Just Dash has been stalled. Natural Grace is in front of the gates, waiting to be backed in. Jockey Neeraj Rawal gets off Natural Grace. And they're going to try Natural Grace without the rider. And they're going to try and back her in. Meanwhile, Sea Salt Caramel goes in very quietly. And they're trying to back Natural Craze towards the gates. Natural Craze has been backed in. Jockey Neeraj Rawal getting back on board. All 4 fillies in the gates for the Nephin Cup. And they're off and racing for the Nephin Cup. And as they settle down to race, it's Sea Salt Caramel on the inside, Natural Grace up on the outside. Just Dash is in third, and about 3.5 lengths away there, the Presence in fourth. They go past the 1,000-meter marker, and Sea Salt Caramel racing nicely in front by about 3/4 of a length, the good of Natural Craze. Just Dash is a close third. About 5-6 lengths away then, we go back there to the Presence, who's last of 4. They're beginning to approach the 600-meter marker now, and it continues to be Sea Salt Caramel, just the leader, being joined up on the outside by the favorite Natural Craze. Just behind them there, about 1.5 lengths, 2 away, is Just Dash. The Presence still lying last of 4 as they begin to take the turn and head into the straight. Round the turn now and into the straight, and on the inside there is Sea Salt Caramel. Up on the outside, Natural Grace. Then there's Just Dash, followed by the Presence. But Natural Craze has gone clear by about 2.5, 3, 4 lengths. Just Dash kicking on to run into second position. Then there's Sea Salt Caramel, and on the stand side there, the Presence. But Natural Grace is just walking away with the first race. Natural Grace wins effortlessly from Just Dash. Then came Sea Salt Caramel, followed there by the Presence. So the outcome of the first race, going true to form, the favorite Natural Grace, trained here by Neil Darashah, ridden by Neeraj Rawal, romping home to justify the short price of 4-1 on, winning very comfortably by Phoenix Star out of Jazzy Jordan, and owned by Heyman Dhamidakra and Manjri Horse Breeding Farm Private Limited. We're waiting for the replay, but no. Grace already comes to take it up. Just Dash manages to run on to take second position ahead of Sea Salt Caramel, and then there's the Presence, who's showing a little improvement on that last run. But with 100 to go, and Neeraj Rawal hasn't even released his hold on the reins. Natural Grace striding out very nicely in front, winning very convincingly from Just Dash, who runs into second position, followed there by Sea Salt Caramel and the Presence.
The results of the first race at Calcutta: number 2, Natural Grace first, number 1, Just Dash second, number 3, Sea Salt Caramel third, number 4, The Presence fourth. I repeat, number 2, Natural Grace first, number 1, Just Dash second, number 3, Sea Salt Caramel third, number 4, The Presence fourth. The distances in time: won by 3 1/4 lengths, 6 3/4 lengths between second and third, half a length between third and fourth. Time 1 minute 15.633 seconds. I repeat, 3 1/4, 6 3/4, half. Time 1 minute 15.633 seconds.
Okay, Neil. I'm here with Neil Darasha. Congratulations, Neil. Back-to-back juvenile races for you. I was trying to get Mr. Shahruz Modi on camera, but he refused despite all my efforts. Well, tell me about Natural Grace and the earlier winner you had, Snow Leopard. We have a few good races coming up for these juveniles, which are with the winning penalty. You have a couple of races in mind for them?
First thing is to get them to race and pick up stakes for the owners, and that's the reason we're here, and we are completing our mission and what we're here for. Yes, with the races coming up, we'll sit down and plan this evening where they have to run, and we'll put it together soon.
One for the notebook, I think, was Just Dash. Just Dash was really warming up very nicely, and I think your next winner perhaps could be Just Dash, or you have something else in the stable which we don't know about.
We have quite a few horses in the stable which will come out as well, and Just Dash has done her part. She ran third last week, second this week, and very pleased. Thank you.
Congratulations, Neil, and thanks for chatting with us, and have a great one.
Your attention, please. The all clear has been given for the first race in Kolkata.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are at the presentation area to present the Nephin Cup, the first race of the day. I would request Mr. Anand Chopra, steward of the Royal Calcutta Turf Club, to do the honors, please. Winner, Natural Grace, owned by Mr. Hemant Dharnik Dharka and Messrs. Manjari Horse Breeders Farm Private Limited. I would request Mr. Sarosh Modi to receive the trophy. Trained by Mr. Neil Darasha and was ridden by jockey Neeraj Raval. There you have it, ladies and gentlemen, the winning connections of the first race of the day, the Nephin Cup, won by Natural Grace, owned by Mr. Hemant Dharnik Dharka and Messrs. Manjari Horse Breeders Farm Private Limited, trained by Mr. Neil Darasha, ridden by Neeraj Raval. Congratulations once again to the winning connections. Thank you.
And they're off and racing for the Nephin Cup. And as they settle down to race, it's Sea Salt Caramel on the inside, Natural Grace up on the outside, Just Dash is in third, and about 3.5 lengths away there, the Presence in fourth. They go past the 1,000-meter marker, and Sea Salt Caramel racing nicely in front by about 3 parts of a length, the good of Natural Grace. Just Dash is a close third. About 5-6 lengths away then, we go back there to the Presence, who's last of 4. They're beginning to approach the 600-meter marker now, and it continues to be Sea Salt Caramel, just the leader, being joined up on the outside by the favorite Natural Craze. Just behind them there, about 1.5 lengths, 2 away, is Just Dash. The Presence still ranked last of 4 as they begin to take the turn and head into the straight. Round the turn now and into the straight, and on the inside there is Sea Salt Caramel. Up on the outside, Natural Grace. Then there's Just Dash, followed by the Presence. But Natural Craze has gone clear by about 2.5, 3, 4 lengths. Just Dash kicking on to run into second position. Then there's Sea Salt Caramel, and on the stand side there, the Presence. But Natural Grace is just walking away with the first race. Natural Grace wins effortlessly from Just Dash. Then came Sea Salt Caramel, followed there by the Presence. So the outcome of the first race, going true to form, the favorite Natural Grace, trained here by Neil Darasha, ridden by Neeraj Rawal, romping home to justify the short price of
Dividend for the first race of Calcutta. 2 win pays rupees 12, 1, 2. 2 place also pays rupees 12, 1, 2. And 1 place pays rupees 11, 1. Second horse pool pays rupees 26, 2, 6. Third horse pool pays rupees 25, 2, 5. Vanilla pays rupees 34, 3, 4. Forecast pays rupees 29, 2, 9. Your attention please. Tanala pays rupees 39, 3, 9. The winning combination is 2, 1 and 3. Your attention please. In the first leg of first triple pool, the gross pool collection is rupees 16,770, 16770 on 1,342 winning tickets. Your attention please. May I have your attention please. The sale of jackpot pool tickets will close at the start of the second race. Please buy your jackpot pool tickets before the close of the second race. I repeat, the sale of jackpot pool tickets will close at the start of the second race. Please buy your jackpot pool tickets before the close of the second race.
We move on to the second race of the afternoon, the Sniper Handicap for horses rated 1 to 26 to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. The first runner we are looking at is number 2 Tango Punch, who's already had 3 starts in this season. Tango Punch, and in his last start in race number 29 in the 2000 guineas, Tango Punch took the turn in 4th spot, then dropped back eventually and finished on second last. The winner here was Destroyer, who made every post a winning one. Number 5 is Pelagia. The start we are looking is from the monsoon season in race number 4, where Pelagia took the turn in last spot. Despite the jockey's best effort, all Pelagia could do was bring down the margin, but finished on last of 6 runners. The winner here was Dance Along, who won that race by 3 1/4 lengths. Number 6, Trident Star, Phoenix Star out of Sugarmint. Trident Star, the start is from race number 25, where Trident Star took the turn in last spot and made up a placing under the jockey's urging and finished on second last. The winner here was Tender Heart, who won that race by 3 parts of a length. Number 7, Regan, is a sparingly raced gelding. Had 1 start in the monsoon season where he finished on second to Thalame. In the first start it had in the Calcutta winter season this time in race number 8, took the turn in 5th spot, then came up with a run down the center and eventually finished on 4th. The winner here was Zuma, who won that race by a widening margin of 8 lengths.
Ladies and gentlemen, we move on to the second race of the day, the Sniper Handicap. So Ratha, let's see you firing the winner in this race. Ratha, give us your take on horse number 1, Lucretius from DM David's Yard.
Lucretius is having his first start pretty late in his career. Had a few niggles and issues, but looks pretty well in the paddock.
Horse number 2, Tango Punch from LVR Deshmukh's Yard.
Tango Punch ran 5th in the Guineas last week, and he's turned out well in the paddock. Once again, he looks absolutely well and on his toes. I think he's going to run a bold race.
Horse number 3, Anatolia, again having her first start here from Asha Doctor's Yard.
Anatolia is having his first start since coming from South India. Really don't know much of this filly, but yet she's worked well and she looks absolutely fit for this race.
Horse number 4, Sienna, another first timer here in Calcutta from Sharma Thabu's Yard.
Sienna has come from southern India. She's come from Mumbai, Western India, and she's had 3 starts Last two starts she's unplaced. She's the first start of her career. She ran eye-catching third, and definitely on that start, running in this company, she's got a great chance. She's worked well, and she should give an account of herself.
Horse number 5, Pelagia from Aarti Doctor's Yard.
Pelagia's had two starts, unplaced in both her starts. An equipment change on her blinkers on today might see her in a better light.
Trident Star has had couple of runs here from Neil Darashah's yard. What do you make of Trident Star?
2 runs from Trident Star over 5.5 furlong, and really didn't do much. Was not at all in the hunt, and probably a mile might suit him better. That's why the trainer has kept him over a mile.
And then horse number 7, Reagan from Aarti Doctor's Yard.
Reagan has also been pretty consistent the last couple of starts, and he's been knocking on the door. So we have to wait and watch whether he's going to finish the frame or not.
Ratha, if I have to ask for your picks for the second race of the day, what would you give me?
Definitely my choice on paddock looks would be 4 and then 3.
Ladies and gentlemen, Ratha has given his pick for the second race of the day, the Sniper Handicap. Horses are making their way out of the paddock towards the starting gate, so we just have to wait and watch. And let's see, may the best horse win. Thank you.
We come to the second race of the afternoon, and that's the Sniper Handicap. Runners and riders making their way to the 1600 meter marker. This is a race for horses rated 1 to 26, ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality. Number 1 is Lucretius, running here on debut, first time in its life. Carries 60, being ridden by Sharik Mohammed and drawn 4. Number 2 is Tango Punch, trained here by Deshmukh, ridden by Vinay Jaiswal and drawn 2. Number 3 is Anatolia, trained by Ashay Doctor, ridden by Neeraj Rawal and drawn 6. Number 4 is Sienna, trained by Sham Habbu, being ridden by Abhishek Habbu, drawn 7. Number 5 is Pelagia, trained by Arti Doctor, ridden by Rupal Singh, drawn 1. Number 6, Trident Star, trained by Neil Darashad, ridden by J.H. Arul and drawn 5. And number 7, Reagan, trained by Arti Doctor, ridden by Tejeshwar and drawn 3. The latest bookmakers odds, number 3, Anatolia, being back down, now at 18 to 10 against. Number 4, Sienna, at 9 to 2. Number 6, Trident Star, 5 to 1. Number 2, Tango Punch, 11 to 2. Longer odds the rest. So that's the way they bet here for this second race. The Sniper Handicap, runners and riders on their way to the 1600 meter marker. Slight change in the betting. Number 3, Anatolia, now 19 to 10. Number 4, Sienna, 4 to 1. Number 2, Tango Punch, 11 to 2. Number 6, Trident Star, also 11 to 2. And longer odds the rest. So on your screen there, you've got Pegalia and Reagan. Lucretius has already reached the gate. So too has Anatolia, Sienna and Tango Punch. Trident Star also at the gates. So we're just waiting for loading operations, which should be commencing very shortly. So the horses are now being stalled for the second race, the Sniper Handicap, and the first to walk into the gates there is Reagan and Pegalia. Both of them have moved in. Anatolia being walked up. Anatolia goes in quietly. Next one to be lined up there is Tango Punch. Tango Punch has been stalled. So 4 of the 7 in the gates. Sienna now being walked up. Sienna has moved in. That just leaves Lucretius and Trident Star, who's been blindfolded. Trident Star with the blinds on. And Lucretius are the two yet to be stalled, the other 5 runners in the gates. And the bookmakers' odds, number 3 Anatolia closing here 19 to 10 favorite. Number 4 Sienna at 4 to 1. Number 2 Tango Punch at 11 to 2. Number 6 Trident Star also 11 to 2. Longer odds the rest. So they're trying to push Lucretius into the gates. Lucretius having the first start of his career here. And they've got Lucretius in all right. Lucretius has been stalled. They just wait now for the blindfolded Trident Star. Trident Star comes to complete the line. All 7 runners in the gates. And they're off and racing for the Sniper Handicap. And it's Trident Star, the first to show out in the early stages. About 2.5 lengths the good of Anatolia. Then comes Sienna. Lucretius is there in 4th. Moving up on the inside, then comes Pigalia. 2.5 away, then Tango Punch and Reagan. They go past the 14, approaching the 1200 meter marker. Trident Star being joined up on the outside there by Anatolia. These two by about a length from Pigalia, nicely tucked in on the fence. Just up on the outside, Lucretius making a forward move. Then comes Tango Punch. Sienna is trapped about 4 horses wide at this stage. And the back marker, last of 7 there, but a close 7th is Reagan. They've got a little over 600 to run now in the Sniper Handicap, and Trident Star continues to lead from the front by about a length. Anatolia tracking her all the time in 2nd. Pigalia is in 3rd. Then there's Lucretius looking very prominent there in 4th. Up on the outside, but trapped wide is Sienna. Then we've got Tango Punch and Reagan. They're beginning to negotiate the turn now, and Trident Star still traveling well by about a length and a half. The good of Anatolia. Then comes Lucretius, and on the stand side is Sienna. But it's still Trident Star by about a length and a half, 2 lengths now separating her from Lucretius moving up, and on the inside is Tango Punch, wide outside Sienna, but it's still Trident Star traveling very nicely in front by about 2.5, 3, 4 lengths from Sienna. Then comes Reagan, but it's still Trident Star going very well indeed. Trident Star walks away with the Sniper Handicap and wins convincingly from Sienna. Then came Tango Punch, Reagan, Lucretius and Anatolia. So the outcome of the second race, won by number 6, Trident Star, trained by Neil Darashah, ridden by J.H. Arul, made all the running from the word go, kicked away nicely, relished the trip over the mile, and walked away to win this second race very, very convincingly. We're waiting for the replay to come up, but the outcome of the race, number 6, Trident Star, the winner, out of Sugarmint, owned by the Manjri Horse Breeders Farm Private Limited, trained by Neil Darashah and ridden by Arul. Here they are into the straight for the final run, and Trident Star is the leader, starts shifting out a bit at this stage, but gets corrected and she comes back on course. Sienna coming with a useful run, but they're all really going nowhere because Trident Star just runs away from them in the end. Going to the line, and it's all Trident Star, the winner of the Sniper Handicap.
The results of the second race at Kolkata. Number 6, Trident Star, first. Number 4, Sienna, second. Number 2, Tango Punch, third. Number 7, Regan, fourth. Number 1, Lucretius, fifth. I repeat, number 6, Trident Star, first. Number 4, Sienna, second. Number 2, Tango Punch, third. Number 7, Regan, fourth. Number 1, Lucretius, fifth. Yes, sir. Yeah.
4.
4.
1 and a half. 1 and a quarter.
1 and a quarter.
Half.
Half.
2 and a quarter.
2 and a quarter.
1 minute.
1 minute.
4 1.
4 1.
0.867.
867. Okay. You can't announce it. The distances and time, 1 by 4 lengths, a length and a quarter between second and third, half a length between third and fourth, 2 and a quarter lengths between fourth and fifth. Time, 1 minute, 41.867 seconds. I repeat, 4, 1 and a quarter, half, 2 and a half, 2 and a quarter. Time, 1 minute, 41.867 seconds.
So I have with me GH Arul. GH, you're making a habit out of winning at Calcutta track. That was a fabulous ride. The reason I say that is 1600 meters, you took Trident Star to the front, then you gave her a breather, and then you came up with a run. Walk us through the race very quickly.
Well, as soon as I jumped out and I was in front, so I thought in my mind, okay, well, I'm in front and that was in my advantage. So as the race started to progress and I was comfortably traveling how she was comfortable. And then coming into the straight, when I just, asked her, just giving her a crack, she just gave her heart out.
Well, a quick question, how's the track? Is it fast? Is it on a slower side?
It is a bit soft, yeah, but better than last week.
All right, and best of luck for the rest of your ride, and congratulations on this ride.
All clear for the second race at Kolkata.
And they're off and racing for the Sniper Handicap, and it's Trident Star, the first to show out in the early stages, about 2.5 lengths the good of Anatolia. Then comes Sienna. Lucretius is there in fourth. Moving up on the inside, then comes Pigalia. 2.5 away, then Tango Punch and Reagan. They go past the 14, approaching the 1200-meter marker. Trident Star being joined up on the outside there by Anatolia. These two by about a length from Pigalia, nicely tucked in on the fence. Just up on the outside, Lucretius making a forward move. Then comes Tango Punch. Sienna is trapped about 4 horses wide at this stage. And the back marker, last of 7 there, but a close 7th is Reagan. They've got a little over 600 to run now in the Sniper Handicap. And Trident Star continues to lead from the front by about a length. Anatolia tracking her all the time in second. Pigalia is in third. Then there's Lucretius looking very prominent there in fourth. Up on the outside, but trapped wide is Sienna. Then we've got Tango Punch and Reagan. They're beginning to negotiate the turn now, and Trident Star still traveling well by about a length and a half. The good of Anatolia. Then comes Lucretius, and on the stand side is Sienna. But it's still Trident Star by about a length and a half, 2 lengths now separating her from Lucretius moving up, and on the inside is Tango Punch. Wide outside Sienna, but it's still Trident Star traveling very nicely in front by about 2.5, 3, 4 lengths from Sienna. Then comes Reagan, but it's still Trident Star going very well indeed. Trident Star walks away with the Sniper Handicap and wins convincingly from Sienna. Then came Tango Punch, Reagan, Lucretius and Anatolia. So the outcome...
Dividend for the second race of Calcutta. 6 win pays rupees 62.62. 6th place pays rupees 19.19. 4th place pays rupees 12.12 and 2nd place pays rupees 14.14. Second horse pool pays rupees 50.50. Third horse pool pays rupees 80.80. Quinella pays rupees 156.156. Forecast pays rupees 274.274. Your attention please. Tanala pays rupees 1018.1018. The winning combination is 6, 4 and 2. Your attention please. The carried over gross exacta is rupees 240.240. Your attention please. In the second leg of first triple pool, there are 185 winning tickets. Your attention please. In the first leg of jackpot pool, the gross pool collection is rupees 1,53,820, 153,820 on 2,491 successful winning tickets.
We move on to the third race of the afternoon, the Dancing Phoenix Handicap for horses rated 41 to 66, rated 21 to 46, eligible to be run over a distance of 1600 meters. First up, you're looking at Joel Lafette, who's had 4 starts in this season. Last 3 starts has been in the money. The last start in race number 34 was in 4th spot, came up with a run into the last 200 meters and threatened for a while, but had to settle for 2nd spot behind Clifford, almost length and 3/4 behind. Number 3, Maktub, also has had 3 starts so far in this season. Best start was his first start where it finished on 4th. Since then he has been off board couple of starts. The one we are looking at is from race number 27 where it took the turn in 8th spot, weakened and eventually finished on 9th. The winner here was Tosha, who won that race rather easily.
Your attention please. May I have your attention please. The sale of mini jackpot pool tickets will close at the start of the third race. Please buy your mini jackpot pool tickets before the close of the third race. I repeat, the sale of mini jackpot pool tickets will close at the start of the third race. Please buy your mini jackpot pool tickets before the close of the third race.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on for the third race of the day, the Dancing Phoenix Handicap. For horses rated 41 to 66, 1600 meters. White Roses has been withdrawn on veterinary ground, so the field of 4 has been reduced to 3. Albert, you have a tough job now to pick 1 out of the 3 for the third race. Give us your views on John Lafette.
Melissa, while I think you were being trying to be sarcastic, but I think the small fields are actually, as a racing fan, very tricky because pace comes into the picture, because in a big field you get a toe into the race. A lot of times horses which are fancied, sometimes they don't like to go to the front, but they don't get that option and they are pushed to the front, and then the race becomes a little bit of a slugfest into the last 200. So the 3 runners that we are left with, number 1, John Lafette is definitely one of the promising horses, has been knocking on the doors. Today carrying top weight, and it comes from way back in the rear. So I think it will be a very confusing thing for Nikhil, because I think he would want John Lafette to settle down behind a couple of runners, but I don't know if Maktub, who's another horse which comes from way off the pace, and Parker, what we have seen, Parker did go start to finish in one of his starts in Mysore. So, but then the mock race, it didn't go to the front. So I don't know whether R.S. Bhatt is going to take Parker, who's quoted at very short price, that's 100 to 90 on. If he wants to go in front, then I think Nikhil's job will be a little easier, because he would get that toe into the race. But I think while it's a small field, I would give my vote to John Lafette, just because it's been so consistent. Last 3 outings, you see, it's been third and second. And last time it almost gave a fright to Clifford. I was on the mic. I remember Joel Laffett was the one which was perhaps the fastest moving animal into the last 200. So my pick, Melissa, here will be Joel Laffett, I think, and Parker. If it goes to the front, I think they can make everybody run.
So ladies and gentlemen, you've heard Albert's views for the third race of the day, the Dancing Phoenix Handicap. The horses have made their way out of the paddock and towards the starting gates, so we leave it up to the commentary box. Thank you.
So ladies and gentlemen, we come to the running of the third race of the afternoon, the Dancing Phoenix Handicap. Horses rated 41 to 66, 21 to 46 eligible. Led by number 1, Jean Laffett. Jean Laffett is the mount of jockey Nikhil Naidu, trained by trainer B. Mahesh, and drawn 3. Number 2, White Roses, has been withdrawn. So the field reduced to 3 runners. Number 3 is Maktub. Maktub is from the BR Reddy stable and being ridden by jockey Rupal Singh. Number 4 is Parker. Parker is from the Joseph Hawale stable, the mount of R.S. Bhatti. So these 3 are making their way down to the mile marker, the 1600 meter marker for the running of the Dancing Phoenix Handicap. Number 4, Parker, is the favorite at 10 to 9 on. Next in demand is number 1, Jean Laffett, is available at 9 to 4. And number 3, Maktub, is available at 9 to 1. So that's how they bet for the running of the Dancing Phoenix Handicap. Runners and riders are almost at the 1600 meter starting stalls. On a nice sunny afternoon here in Kolkata, winter's afternoon. The day temperature continues to be quite warm. Bit of a nip in the air in the evenings. Runners and riders are made their way down to the 1600 meter marker. As we get closer to the big race days here in Kolkata. It's indeed a wonderful start to every year when 20,000+ people congregate at the Royal Calcutta Turf Club on New Year's Day. And very quickly after that we follow it up in the following Sunday with the running of the Calcutta Derby Stakes 24. So a lot of exciting days ahead of us from the City of Joy. And of course our next race day is the Army Cup Day and the Calcutta Oaks, which are run on Boxing Day traditionally here at the Royal Calcutta Turf Club. I do hope our patrons around the country will join us on these big race days that we organize at the Calcutta Race Course. So small field of three have gone down to the start. The Dancing Phoenix Handicap. The import from Mysore is the favorite at 10-9 on. Jean Lafette is the second favorite at 9-4. Number 3 Maktoub is the outsider at 9-1. The orange marker goes up. Horses are now being stalled. Parker is the first to be let up. Parker has moved in very quietly. Trying Jean Lafette now. Jean Lafette, the mount of jockey Nikhil Naidu, has been stalled. We're just waiting now for the blindfolded Maktoub. Maktoub walks in without a fuss into stall number 1. So all locked up and ready. And they're off and racing. And Parker gets a bit of a flyer there, jumps out by about a length to the head of Maktoub. Another length behind in third place is Jean Lafette. They travel past the 1400 meter marker and the iconic Victoria Memorial. And it's Maktoub who takes up the running. Goes ahead by about 3 lengths. Go to Parker running second. Another this identical distance behind is Jean Lafette. They continue to travel in single file, and is Maktoub about 3 lengths good of the favorite Parker running second. Another length and a half behind Parker is Jean Lafette as they pass the 1000 meter marker and come towards the 800 meter marker. Maktoub bowling along nicely in front. He's travelling well with the mount of Rupal Singh by about 3 lengths good of travelling. Second is Parker with R.S. Bhatti. Coming off the bridle is Jean Lafette with Nikhil Naidu in third as he passed the 600-meter marker. 600 from the judge as they start to negotiate the bend. Maktoum on the inside. Traveling nicely on the outside is Parker with R.S. Bhatti. Off the bridle about 3 lengths away is Jean Lafette as they straighten up for the final run-in. Into the home stretch they come, and it's Parker who's kicked clear now. Gone about 2 lengths, go to Maktoum on the inside. On the very, very wide outside is Jean Lafette. But they all seem to be going nowhere. 200 to run, and Parker is traveling really well out in front. It's all over bar the shouting. If you back Parker, you can start lining up to collect as he just runs away with the Dancing Phoenix Handicap. About 10 lengths to go to Maktoum running second, and a distance behind was Jean Lafette in third. So wonderful performance here by Parker. The property of Mr. P. Nalin Kumar. This bay gelding, 5 years old, by one lucky Dane out of Vijay Jyoti. He absolutely annihilated this field. Bay gelding, 5 years old. When R.S. Bhatti pressed the button, it was all over. And the Joseph Awale, 5-year-old, just ran away with the Dancing Phoenix Handicap. You see a replay here as they straighten up. Bhatti goes for home on Parker. And it was all over bar the shouting. Just continued running away from Maktoum and Jean Lafette. And at the end it became a bit of a procession. With number 4 Parker justifying favoritism and going on to win the Dancing Phoenix Handicap.
The results of the third race at Kolkata: number 4 Parker first, number 3 Maktoum second, number 1 John Lafay third. I repeat, number 4 Parker first, number 3 Maktoum second, number 1 John Lafay third. The distance and time won by a distance between second and third. Time 1 minute 40.157 seconds. I repeat, distance, time 1 minute 40.157 seconds.
मेरे साथ है कैलकाटा का लीडिंग जॉकी वन टाइम, अभी वापस आ रहे हैं, फर्स्ट विनर आफ्टर गेटिंग बैक इन द सैडल, आर.एस. भट्टी. स्टार्ट टू फिनिश गए अर्ली ऑन, देन आपने दिया मकतूब को लीड करने के लिए. कैसा लग रहा था? और सेकंड क्वेश्चन, पार्कर क्या 2000 उससे ऊपर जाएगा?
जी सर, 2000 और उससे ऊपर जाएगा, और वेरी इजी रेस था सर. मकतूब आगे गया और मेरे को बोला था कंफर्टेबल सेकंड या फ्रंट जा सकते तो फ्रंट, नहीं तो सेकंड. वैसे मैं फॉलो किया और स्टेट में अपना बेस्ट दिया सर.
आपका फेवरेट घोड़ा परहैप्स इज टिग्रियो. कुछ दिन बाद आप टिग्रियो पे आएंगे फिर वापस?
जी सर, जरूर.
बेस्ट ऑफ लक आर.एस. हमेशा आपको जीतते हुए बहुत खुशी होती है. बेस्ट ऑफ लक एंड कीप गोइंग.
Please note, the all clear has been given for the third race in Kolkata. Thank you.
So all locked up and ready. And they're off and racing. And Parker gets a bit of a flyer there, jumps out by about a length to the head of Maktoub. Another length behind in third place is Jean Lafette. They travel past the 1400 meter marker and the iconic Victoria Memorial. And it's Maktoub who takes up the running, goes ahead by about 3 lengths, go to Parker running second. Another identical distance behind is Jean Lafette. They continue to travel in single file, and as Maktoub about 3 lengths good of the favorite Parker running second. Another length and a half behind Parker is Jean Lafette as they pass the 1000 meter marker and come towards the 800 meter marker. Maktoub bowling along nicely in front. He's traveling well with the mount of Rupal Singh by about 3 lengths good of traveling. Second is Parker with R.S. Bhatti. Coming off the bridle is Jean Lafette with Nikhil Naidu in third as he passes the 600 meter marker. 600 from the judge as they start to negotiate the bend. Maktoub on the inside. Traveling nicely on the outside is Parker with R.S. Bhatti. Off the bridle about 3 lengths away is Jean Lafette as they straighten up for the final run-in. Into the home stretch they come, and it's Parker who's kicked clear now. Gone about 2 lengths, go to Maktoub on the inside. On the very, very wide outside is Jean Lafette. But they all seem to be going nowhere. 200 to run, and Parker is traveling really well out in front. It's all over bar the shouting. If you back Parker, you can start lining up to collect as he just runs away with the Dancing Phoenix Handicap. About 10 lengths to go to Maktoub running second, and a distance behind was Jean Lafette in third. So
moving on to the fourth race of the afternoon, the Abbyville Handicap for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. We got three runners which went up against each other. This was in race number 26. We had Mr. Perfect, who was traveling in second spot as they entered the home straight, then weakened and eventually finished on 6th. We had number 4, Kindred Spirit. Kindred Spirit was leading the pack, then when the race came to a boil, was back paddling and eventually finished on 4th. Number 5 was Magnite. Magnite definitely was the eye catcher, was in 4th spot, then came up with a run down the center and eventually finished on 3rd. The winner here was Jamaica, who won it in a 3-way finish. Three runners went up against each other. This was in race number 33. We had number 2 Palcha, who was definitely the note of the pack. Was racing in 4th spot as they entered the home straight, then tried to make a move towards the inside, eventually came out and finished on 3rd. Number 3 Hellblazer. Hellblazer was racing in 5th spot when asked for an effort, dropped back slightly and eventually finished on 6th. Number 7 Flamingo Road, who was very awkwardly out of the gates, then was racing in the wrong end of the field, but then eventually got an even keel and came out and finished on last. Number 6 Sporting Trainer. A couple of starts for Sporting Trainer, and he's been unplaced so far in this season. Last start was in race number 20. Took the turn in last spot, did not really raise a very fluent gallop as they entered the last 200 meters, and all it could do was bring down the margin, but finished on last nevertheless to Tropical Lady. Number 8 is Soul Music. So far, one start for Soul Music. That was in the first race of the season, where Soul Music took the turn in 7th spot, then came up with a rattle down the center and eventually finished on 3rd. The winner here was Tropical Lady, who won that race by almost length and a quarter.
Pool pays rupees 1919. Forecast pays rupees 6666. The winning combination is 4 and 3. Your attention please in the third leg of first table pool. The dividend is 114,114 on 79 winning tickets. Your attention please in the first leg of mini jackpot pool. The gross pool collection is rupees 45,490, 45490. There are 2,539 tickets left. Your attention please. In the second leg of jackpot pool, there are 1,218 successful winning tickets left.
Ladies and gentlemen, we are on for the fourth race of the day, the Abbyville Handicap, for horses rated 21 to 46, 1200 meters, field of 8 runners. Ratha, take us through horse number 1, Mr. Perfect from Jasbir Singh's yard.
Mr. Perfect had just one start since he had come from Hyderabad. He had placed 6th, had a pretty forward run. He looks absolutely fit, and I think he should run a better race than what he ran last week.
Number 2, Palcha, the ride of Afzal Khan, had a third in 1100 meters on the 16th of December. Was about 7.75 lengths behind UV, but that's still decent form to run with a chance in this race.
Then we have number 3, that's Hellblazer. Also ran on the 16th of January in the same race, 16th of December, the same race as Palcha. He ran 6th, and he still has to improve a lot on that to cover up the distance between Palcha and him.
Number 4, the ride of Nikhil Naidu, Kindred Spirit, has had 2 fourths in Calcutta after shifting over from his racing in Mumbai. Ran a 4th to Jamaica, which was a close 4th. Should be the favorite and go very close here.
Then we have number 5, Magnite, who also ran in race number 26 and finished almost 2 lengths ahead of Kindred Spirit. It's going to be again between those two. I feel they're going to fight it out. And looking at the form of the horse, with the common horse the race with was UV, who blew the field away last week. I think they hold the best form in this race.
The 4-year-old number 6 Sporting Trainer, the ride of Vinay Jaiswal. No recent form, but certainly 1200 meters is up his street.
And number 7, that's Flamingo Road, second ride of Sharik Mohammed, and he jumped out awkwardly at the start and had no part in the race he had taken place, and he's going to run a better race, I feel, if he jumps level.
Number 8, Soul Music, the ride of R.S. Bhati, has had one start among the 3-year-old company and run a close third, about 3 lengths behind Tropical Lady, which is a decent 3-year-old. On the handicap, certainly runs with a chance.
Runners on ride for the fourth race of the afternoon, the Abbyville Handicap, now making their way towards the starting gates. This is a race for horses rated 21 to 46, those rated 1 to 26 eligible to enter, to be ridden by jockeys of Indian nationality. Runners and riders making their way to the stalls. Number 1, Mr. Perfect, carrying 60, trained by Jasbir Singh, ridden by Rupal Singh, drawn 1. Number 2, Palcha, trained by Rajendra Reddy, carries 57.5, being ridden by Afzal Khan, drawn 5. Number 3, Hellblazer, trained by Shafiq Khan, carries 57, ridden by Tejeshwar, drawn 8. Number 4, Kindred Spirit, being trained by Rajesh Naredu, ridden by Nikhil Naidu, drawn 7. Number 5, Magnite, trained by Shafiq Khan, ridden by Kiran Naidu, drawn 4. Number 6, Sporting Trainer, trained by Vikas Jaiswal, ridden by Vinay Jaiswal, and drawn 2. Number 7, Flamingo Road, trained by B. Mahesh and ridden by Sharik Muhammad, drawn 3. And number 8, Soul Music, trained by Sham Habu, ridden by Bhatti, and drawn 6. Runners and riders making their way towards the 1200 meter marker. The bookmakers' odds: number 5, Magnite at 9 to 4. Number 8, Soul Music at 3 to 1. Number 4, Kindred Spirit at 4 to 1. Number 6, Sporting Trainer at 15 to 2. Number 7, Flamingo Road, 8 to 1, 10 to 1 and over, bar these 4. So that's the way they bet here for the Abbyville Handicap, the fourth race. Runners and riders on their way to the starting gates. They're beginning to arrive at the 1200 meter marker. You can see Kindred Spirit there behind on the scenes, and you've got Sporting Trainer who's in yellow with the swastika. Then there's Palcha. Magnite in the red cap, sporting the second colors there of Rustam Daroga. Soul Music being blindfolded behind the gates. So the horses on your screen: Mr. Perfect, Soul Music, Kindred Spirit, Magnite in the red cap, Hellblazer in the quartered cap, Sporting Trainer, and Palcha. All 7 runners. You're just waiting for Flamingo Road. Flamingo Road taking her time getting to the gates. A nice bird's eye view there of the horses rolling behind the starting gates. The latest bookmakers odds, number 5 Magnite now at 5-2, number 8 Soul Music 11-4, number 4 Kindred Spirit 4-1, number 6 Sporting Trainer 7-1, longer odds the rest. That's the way they bet here. Flamingo Road has also reached and is standing in front of the gates. So we're just waiting for loading operations to commence. So the horses are now being stalled for the Abbyville Handicap. Hellblazer will probably be the first to walk in. Hellblazer drawn 8 of 8. And he's lined up. In the meanwhile, Palcha being led up. Palcha goes in without any trouble. Hellblazer blindfolded. Magnite walks quietly into stall number 4. Hellblazer a little reluctant there to enter the gates. Palcha, Magnite are the two who've been stalled already. Kindred Spirit being led up now. And Kindred Spirit has been stalled. Hellblazer still a little reluctant to enter those gates, backing away. And handlers trying to make a concerted effort on him, but Hellblazer outweighs those handlers by quite a bit. In the meanwhile, Mr. Perfect being walked up. Mr. Perfect has moved in. Hellblazer still giving them quite a bit of trouble there behind the gates. And the horses out behind are Hellblazer, Sporting Trainer, Soul Music. We've got Flamingo Road also standing in front of the gates, waiting to be backed in. So Hellblazer, the jockey Tejeshwar has dismounted from Hellblazer. They're trying Hellblazer now with the blinds on and riderless. Very reluctant to move towards the gates is Hellblazer. You've got 5 handlers on him, but taking an average of 70 kilos per handler, that's 350, and Hellblazer weighs 100 kilos more than that. So when it comes to push and shove, it's a little difficult getting him to do what you want. Hellblazer not at all keen to enter those gates with the blinds on. Might probably work if they took the blinds off. And they're going to now taking him in front of the gates and try and back him in. Meanwhile, 4 of the other runners standing patiently inside the gates. Soul Music, Flamingo Road, Hellblazer are still out. Soul Music being led in now. Soul Music is stalled. That just leaves Flamingo Road and the riderless and blindfolded Hellblazer. They're trying to back him in. And they do a good job in backing him in. That was a lot easier than trying to push him into the gates. So Hellblazer with the blinds on has been backed in. Jockey Tejeshwar back in the saddle. Last one to go will be Flamingo Road. Jockey Sharik Muhammad getting off Flamingo Road, and they're going to try and back her in without the rider. Flamingo Road, very full of herself there in front of the gates, kicking out. They've got her almost lined up. And the handler's doing a marvellous job there on Flamingo Road as they manage to back her in without the rider. Jockey Titeshwar back in the saddle. All 8 runners in. And they're off and racing. Left by about 4 lengths at the start there was Sporting Trainer. But as they settle down to race, it's Magnite on the inside, Mr. Perfect on the rails. Just behind them there is Palcha. Then comes Kindred Spirit, trapped about 5 wide. Right behind them, Flamingo Road, who's taken a level jump today. Then there's Soul Music, followed there by Hellblazer and Sporting Trainer. They go past the 8, approaching the 600-meter marker. Mr. Perfect, just the leader there. From Magnite, tracking him all the time in second. A length away there is Palcha. Up on the outside of Palcha, but still travelling quite wide is Kindred Spirit. Tucked in on the fence and going nicely, Flamingo Road. Soul Music making a forward move to be in striking distance. Then comes Hellblazer and Sporting Trainer. Round the turn now and into the straight, and Mr. Perfect is the leader. Magnite being pushed up on the outside. Flamingo Road getting a lovely run down on the inside railings. But it's Magnite on the outside who's gone into the lead. A shade ahead there of Mr. Perfect. On the inside, on the stand side, Soul Music coming with a strong run. It's Soul Music on the stand side from Mr. Perfect and Flamingo Road. Soul Music, Flamingo Road and Soul Music. Soul Music and Flamingo Road locked together with Sporting Trainer on the inside. Very, very close finish and very tight finish this as they went past the post, and Soul Music has also just dropped the rider. Bhatti has taken a cropper after the race. We wait to find out what the outcome is, but we'll have to wait for the judge for that. Very, very close finish. So we'll have to wait for the judge's verdict on this one. We've got a 3-way up. Here's the replay, which might shed a little more light on it. Mr. Perfect from Magnite in second. Flamingo Road is there on the inside, and Soul Music working her way forward on the stand side. So Magnite just takes up the running from Mr. Perfect. Flamingo Road moving nicely. Sporting Trainer from a slow jump out has also got into the fray. But here comes Bhatti on Soul Music, and it's a 4-horse photo here. They're all in it together. Soul Music moving very fast on the outside. Flamingo Road on the inside, and on the extreme inside there is Sporting Trainer. But as they go for the line, it's anybody's race. We'll have to wait for the judge's verdict on this one.
The results of the 4th race at Kolkata. Number 8, Soul Music first. Number 6, Sporting Trainer second. Number 7, Flamingo Road third. Number 3, Hellblazer fourth. Number 1, Mr. Perfect fifth. I repeat, number 8, Soul Music first. Number 6, Sporting Trainer second. Number 7, Flamingo Road third. Number 3, Hellblazer fourth. Number 1, Mr. Perfect fifth.
5 minutes. 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 5
The distances and time won by a nose, short head between second and third, 3/4 of a length between third and fourth, a length and 3/4 between fourth and fifth. Time 1 minute 15.033 seconds. I repeat, a nose, a short head, 3/4, 1 3/4, time 1 minute 15.033 seconds.
Ladies and gentlemen, I have the winning trainer with me of the fourth race. Mr. Sham, how are you feeling winning again?
Very well and happy.
Now you've been on a winning streak from the start of the season, and you've come out and you've done great with Soul Music. You know, she was there, second, third. So now, what are your plans with her? She's a 3-year-old filly. She's still young. What do you plan with her?
I hope she keeps up with it, and I'll definitely give her a bit of a break because she's a small horse. So I hope I do well with her.
Well, you were joined by your owner as well, Mr. Sarosh Modi. How happy is he? We never get a chance to speak to him.
He's very excited to win with her because he's got her all the way from Ooty, and he's got a lot of hope in her. So let's hope for the best.
Wish you all the best and well done. Thank you.
May I have your attention, please? The close finish for the first place is displayed on the CCTV. I repeat, the close finish for the first place is displayed on the CCTV.
Please note the all clear has been given for the 4th race of Calcutta races. Thank you.
And they're off and racing. Left by about 4 lengths at the start there was Sporting Trainer. But as they settle down to race, it's Magnite on the inside, Mr. Perfect on the rails. Just behind them there is Palchar. Then comes Kindred Spirit, trapped about 5 wide. Right behind them, Flamingo Road, who's taken a level jump today. Then there's Soul Music, followed there by Hellblazer and Sporting Trainer. They go past the 8, approaching the 600-meter marker. Mr. Perfect, just the leader there. From Magnite, tracking him all the time in second. A length away there is Palchar. Up on the outside of Palchar, but still travelling quite wide is Kindred Spirit. Tucked in on the fence and going nicely, Flamingo Road. Soul Music making a forward move to be in striking distance. Then comes Hellblazer and Sporting Trainer. Round the turn now and into the straight, and Mr. Perfect is the leader. Magnite being pushed up on the outside. Flamingo Road getting a lovely run down on the inside railings. But it's Magnite on the outside who's gone into the lead. A shade ahead there of Mr. Perfect. On the inside, on the stand side, Soul Music coming with a strong run. It's Soul Music on the stand side from Mr. Perfect and Flamingo Road. Soul Music, Flamingo Road and Soul Music. Soul Music and Flamingo Road locked together with Sporting Trainer on the inside. Very, very close finish and very tight finish this as they went past the post, and Soul Music has also just dropped the rider. Bhatti has taken a
We move on to the 5th and feature race of the afternoon, the Aztec Cup. For horses rated 61 to 86, rated 41 to 66, eligible to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. First up, we got 3 runners which went up against each other in race number 27. We had Casino, who was installed the favourite, took the turn in 5th spot, tried to make a passage down the centre, but the winner Etosha was far too good and Casino had to settle for 3rd spot. Hidden Goal, definitely the eye catcher among them, was in 4th spot as they ended the home straight, then came up with a run towards the inside and secured 2nd spot. The other runner was number 4, Dr. Doom. Dr. Doom raced in 6th spot as they ended the home straight, made up few placings and eventually finished on 4th. Number 3, Rodrigo, winner of his last start. Rodrigo, this was in race number 13, was in 2nd spot, was given a cue at the 200 meters marker and absolutely stretched clear, won that race by 4 1/4 lengths, beating La Dominate into 2nd. Number 5 is Forever Together. Had 2 starts in the monsoon season. This start is from race number 14 there, where it took the turn in 4th spot, eventually finished on 4th, and it was noted after the race that Forever Together was trotting lame. Number 6 is Galacticus. Rodrigo Connor had a mind forever. Galacticus is in peak form. Couple of starts in the monsoon season, couple of wins, and one of them was the Phillies Trial Stakes, where Galacticus went on a start-to-finish mission and staved off the late challenge of Longlease, and Longlease has subsequently won the 1000 guineas. So this is a very strong little form lineup for you for Galacticus.
For the 4th race of Calcutta, 8 win pays rupees 3232, 8th place pays rupees 1313, 6th place pays rupees 1818, And 7th place pays rupees 2323. Second horse pool pays rupees 8585. Third horse pool pays rupees 6565. Quinella pays rupees 183,183. Forecast pays rupees 237,237. Your attention please. Tanala pays rupees 1,691, 1691. The winning combination is 8, 6 and 7. Your attention please. The carried over gross exacta is rupees 140, 140. Your attention please. In the second leg of mini jackpot pool, there are 461 successful winning tickets left. Your attention please. In the first leg of second triple pool, the gross pool collection is rupees 37,340, 37340. There are 864 winning tickets left. Your attention please. In the third leg of jackpot pool, there are 254 successful winning tickets left.
Please note, in the fifth race, horse number 4, Dr. Doom, will now be ridden by jockey J.H. Arul, as jockey R.S. Bhatti has been claimed medically unfit. Thank you. Please note, in the fifth race, horse number 7, all-time legend, now carries 52 kilos, including 2 kilo overweight. I repeat, in the fifth race, horse number 7, all-time legend, now carries 52 kilos, including 2 kilos overweight. Thank you.
So we move on to the feature race of the afternoon, the Aztec Cup. Well, we got a small field of 7 runners going to post, and I got with me trainer Rutherford Alford, who's going to share his opinion about a few runners. We already heard it from Mr. Daniel David, and he is busy giving instructions to his jockey, Sharik Mohammed. So, Rutherford, tell me about one, Gazino, the mount of Vinay Jaiswal, last time third.
Well, Gazino had his only start where he ran a creditable third, carrying the heavy impost on his back once again, that's 62 kilos. Definitely, he's going to be in better light this run. The 1200 will suit him much better.
Number 2, Hidden Gold, last time was chasing Etosha all the way to the thing, and Etosha was really an electrifying performance there. Otherwise, Hidden Gold might have got the bracket behind his name. What do you make about Hidden Gold?
Hidden Gold has been running much better races than what the last season he performed, and he's probably been in the money again.
Number 3, Rodrigo, last start winner, Kiran Naidu's mount. What do you make? Second fancy, that's at 15-4. What do you make about Rodrigo's chances here?
Rodrigo won effort this last time, beating La Dominate, and definitely he's looking absolutely fit and well, and he's going to put up another bold show.
That brings us to the favorite, Galacticus. 3 starts, 3 wins for Galacticus. 2 of them was on the monsoon track, including the Phillies Trial Stakes. Well, what do you make about Galacticus' chances today?
Well, Galacticus has done nothing wrong. Has won 2 on the trot in the monsoon, including the Phillies Trial. She looks absolutely impeccable in the paddock, looks absolutely well on her toes, and definitely she's going to put up another good performance.
So finally, Ratha, what's your top 2 in this race, in no particular order?
It's difficult to put the top 2. There could be 3 because it could be a good close race. I put it between number 1, that is Gazino, number 3, Rodrigo, and the favorite, we have Galacticus.
So you have heard it from Rutherford Alford. Over to Mr. Cyrus Madden, who's going to call them home. The Aztec Cup, the runners and riders are stepping onto the main track. So the runners and riders for the feature event of the afternoon, the Aztec Cup, now on the racetrack, on their way to the 1200 meter marker for the start of the Aztec Cup, led out there by number 1, Gazino, trained by Vikas Jaiswal, carries 62, ridden by Vinay Jaiswal, drawn 5. Number 2, Hidden Gold, carrying 61.5, trained by Ashay Doctor, ridden by Nikhil Naidu, drawn 6. Number 3, Rodrigo, carrying 56, trained by Shafiq Khan, ridden by Kiran Naidu, drawn 4. Number 4, Dr. Doom, trained by Javed Khan, ridden by J.H. Arul, and drawn 3. Number 5, Forever Together, trained by Rajesh Naredu, and ridden by Tejeshwar, and drawn 7. Number 6, Galacticus, carrying 53, trained by Rajesh Naredu, ridden by Neeraj Rawal, and drawn 2. And number 7, All-Time Legend, trained by D.M. David, ridden by Sharik Mohammed, and drawn 1. Runners and riders making their way to the 1200 meter marker. The latest bookmakers odds. Number 6, Galacticus, is now at 6-4. Number 3, Rodrigo, at 7-2. Number 1, Gazino, at 9-2. Number 2, Hidden Gold, 15-2. And longer odds the rest. So that's the way they bet here for this Aztec Cup, with Galacticus the favorite, 6-4.
They're beginning to arrive at the starting gates. You can see Hidden Gold, Rodrigo, and Gazino are the first three to have reached. Getting there now is Dr. Doom. And the next one to walk up there is All-Time Legend. The horse just entering your screen now is Forever Together. Bookmakers odds, number 6, Galacticus, 16-10. Number 3, Rodrigo, 13-4. Number 1, Gazino, 11-2. Number 2, Hidden Gold, 15-2. Longer odds the rest. So that's the way they bet here for the Aztec Cup. Galacticus, the winner of the Fillies trial in the monsoon, and making her first appearance here after that, the favorite at 16-10. So they're just waiting for Galacticus, who's still to get to the starting gates. The other 6 runners already at the 1200 meter marker. And that's Galacticus just getting to the starting stall. So all 7 runners now at the 1200 meter marker, and we should be seeing loading operations start almost immediately. Rodrigo will be the first to walk in. The horses are now being stalled for the Aztec Cup. The top-weighted Gazino getting in now. He's followed in there by Dr. Doom. Hidden Gold is the next one to be led up to the gates. Hidden Gold goes in quietly. All-Time Legend getting in on the inside draw. And he backs away. Meanwhile, Forever Together has moved into the extreme outside number 7 draw. 2 to be stalled still, and that's All-Time Legend and the favorite Galacticus. All-Time Legend turns away. Galacticus and All-Time Legend still to walk in. The other 5 runners standing quietly inside the gates. They've put the blindfolds on All-Time Legend now. All-Time Legend still very reluctant to move into those gates. And they're probably going to try and back him into the gates now. So Galacticus and All-Time Legend holding up the start here. They've brought All-Time Legend in front of the gates, trying to back him in. And he goes in very nicely once he was backed in. All-Time Legend backed in with the blinds on. The blinds come off. Galacticus moves in. All 7 in the gates for the Aztec Cup. And they're away in racing for the Aztec Cup. Fairly level break by all the runners. And as they settle down to race, and it's Rodrigo just the leader there from Hidden Gold in second position. On the inside, tucked in is the favorite there, Galacticus, Forever Together. Dr. Doom up on the outside. A length and a half away, All-Time Legend. Then there's Gazino, 1 behind him at this stage, and that's in the rear, Forever Together. They go past the 800-meter marker now. Rodrigo by about 3 parts of a length from Hidden Gold, continuing to be in second. Galacticus is in third, a length and a half away. Dr. Doom in fourth. Then there's Gazino making a bit of a forward move on the outside, followed there by All Time Legend, and out of it completely Forever Together. They're beginning to negotiate the turn now, and Rodrigo continues to call it by about a length and a half from Hidden Gold. Galacticus coming with a run down the middle, and then there's Dr. Doom, followed there by Gazino, but it's still Rodrigo, just the leader there from Galacticus moving up, and Hidden Gold moving up on the outside, but it's still Rodrigo by about a length and a half there. Rodrigo still the leader there from Dr. Doom, Galacticus and Hidden Gold, but Rodrigo from Dr. Doom. Rodrigo holds on to win this from Dr. Doom. Then came Galacticus, followed there by Hidden Gold and Gazino. So a nice pulsating finish there. Rodrigo making all the running from the word go, and he still managed to hold on in the end to take it from a fast finishing Dr. Doom, who put in a very useful effort towards the end. But the outcome of the fifth race, won by number 3, Rodrigo, trained by Shafiq Khan, owned by Fayaz Adam, and ridden by Kiran Naidu, making it a pillar-to-post victory and back-to-back wins for him as well. We wait for... Here it is. Rodrigo is still the leader. Hidden Gold comes up to challenge on the outside. Down the middle comes Galacticus with a run, but they're all actually in hope. They're not making much of an impression, except for Dr. Doom, who does try to get up on the inside, but Rodrigo is too hot to handle in the Aztec Cup. With about 100 to run now, and Rodrigo kicks away. Galacticus is out of it, Hidden Gold out of it, and Dr. Doom manages to peg them back to take second place from Rodrigo, who holds on to win the Aztec Cup.
The results of the fifth race at Kolkata: number 3, Rodrigo first, number 4, Dr. Doom second, number 6, Galacticus third, number 2, Hidden Gold fourth, number 1, Gazino fifth. I repeat, number 3, Rodrigo first, number 4, Dr. Doom second, number 6, Galacticus third, number 2, Hidden Gold fourth, number 1, Gazino fifth. The distances and time won by a long neck, a length between second and third, half a length between third and fourth, a long neck between fourth and fifth, time 1 minute 13.072 seconds. I repeat, long neck 1, half, long neck, time 1 minute 13.072 seconds.
All clear for the 5th race at Kolkata.
Wait for the jockey.
So we have the privilege of having Mr. Ramit Tandem with us. He's a bronze medalist in squash in the Asia Cup. I will request him to give away the Aztec Cup, won by Rodrigo, owned by Mr. Faiz Adam. Will be received by trainer Shafiq Khan. Rodrigo was ridden by Kiran Naidu, who is still in the weighing room, but congratulations to him. Ridden by jockey Kiran Naidu, who joins us in the presentation area. So a quick word with the trainer Shafiq Khan. He looked like a winner with the way he was dressed up since morning, but I didn't want to jinx it. I didn't want to tell him anything. Shafiq Saab, back-to-back winner Rodrigo, क्या different किया आपने?
Nothing changed, sir. He's in great form. I am happy with his workouts, and he's showing his improvement after the tongue step on. That's all about the race. He won easily, same upper class.
What next for Rodrigo, sir?
Let's hope if he maintains his form. I'll go with next race, maybe sprinter.
Sprinter trial stakes?
Sprinter style, not sprinter style. It's ordinary class 1 race.
Okay. Best of luck with Rodrigo. He is quite an enigmatic horse, and great job training him this way, and I hope he gives you many more wins.
Thank you very much.
Thank you for chatting with us, sir.
All 7 in the gates for the Aztec Cup. And they're away in racing for the Aztec Cup. Fairly level break by all the runners, and as they settle down to race, and it's Rodrigo just the leader there from Hidden Gold in second position. On the inside, tucked in is the favorite there, Galacticus, forever to get Dr. Doom up on the outside. A length and a half away, all-time legend. Then there's Gazino, one behind him at this stage, and that's in the rear forever together. They go past the 800-meter marker now. Rodrigo by about 3 parts of a length from Hidden Gold, continuing to be in second. Galacticus is in third, a length and a half away. Dr. Doom in fourth. Then there's Gazino making a bit of a forward move on the outside, followed there by All Time Legend, and out of it completely Forever Together. They're beginning to negotiate the turn now, and Rodrigo continues to call it by about a length and a half from Hidden Gold. Galacticus coming with a run down the middle, and then there's Dr. Doom, followed there by Gazino, but it's still Rodrigo, just the leader there from Galacticus moving up, and Hidden Gold moving up on the outside, but it's still Rodrigo by about a length and a half there. Rodrigo still the leader there from Dr. Doom, Galacticus and Hidden Gold, but Rodrigo from Dr. Doom. Rodrigo holds on to win this from Dr. Doom. Then came Galacticus, followed there by Hidden Gold and Gazino. So a nice pulsating finish there. Rodrigo making all the running from the word go, and he still managed to hold on in the end to take it from a fast finishing Dr. Doom, who put in a very useful effort towards the end. All 7 in the gates for the Aztec Cup, and they're away in...
Moving on to the 6th and last race of the day, the Fly Like the Wind Handicap for horses rated 21 to 46 to be run over a distance of 2000 meters. First runner we're looking at is number 1 Amber Knight, multi-dimensional out of Ambrosia. First start after switching base from Western India was in race number 28, where Amber Knight was racing in 5th spot, then came up with a run on the wide outside in the 2 shades of blue and eventually secured 2nd spot to Oh My Darling, who made every poster winning one. Number 2 is George Everest. Couple of starts for George Everest after coming down from southern India. First up in race number 12, over 1100 meters, finished on 8th. In his last start, George Everest took the turn in 6th spot, improved a placing and eventually finished on 5th of 7 runners. The winner here was UV, who made every poster winning one. Number 3 is Tiger Shark. Tiger Shark has had a couple of stars after coming down from Bangalore. The first start it finished on 4th in race number 2 behind Rashpudi in green. Then in race number 15 it went on a start to finish mission, as you can see in the claret and gold epaulets. Eventually fell short and finished on 3rd. The winner here was Whistleblower, who came up with a late bid and won that race. Number 4 is Lucky 9. Couple of stars for Lucky 9 after coming down from Hyderabad. First up in race number 2, it finished on 3rd to Rhapsody in green. Then in race number 19, it was in 2nd spot as they ended the home straight. When asked for an effort, Lucky 9 didn't have much in the tank and eventually fell back and finished on 4th of 5 runners. The winner here was Nod, who was very easy to spot. The grey in the field won that race by 6.5 lengths.
Dividend for the 5th race of Calcutta. 3 win pays rupees 3333. 3 place pays rupees 1515. 4 place also pays rupees 1515. 6 place pays rupees 1111. Second horse pool pays rupees 5353. Third horse pool pays rupees 62,662. Quinella pays rupees 259,259. Forecast pays rupees 303,303. Your attention please. Tanala pays rupees 749,749. The winning combination is 3, 4 and 6. Your attention please. The carried over gross exacta is rupees 260,260. Your attention please. In the third leg of mini jackpot pool, there are 97 successful winning tickets left. Your attention please. In the second leg of second treble pool, there are 145 winning tickets left. Your attention please. In the fourth leg of jackpot pool, there are 51 successful winning tickets left.
Gentlemen, we're on for the sixth race of the day, the Fly Like the Wind Handicap, 2,000 meters. Ratha, give us your take on horse number 1, Amber Knight.
Amber Knight was seen finishing on very fast on the last start over a mile, and the mile and a quarter will suit him right up to his alley.
Horse number 2, George Everest.
George Everest has not been showing much form, so looking at the jockey change suddenly, I think his horse has got an outside chance.
Horse number 3, Tiger Shark.
Tiger Shark last time led all the way till got caught the last 100 meters. They've changed the equipment, taken the blinkers and cross horsemen off. That shows see him in better light.
And lastly, but not the least, horse number 4, Lucky 9.
Lucky 9 was very disappointing in his last run. Earlier ran a credible third. We should just see whether he can still get this mile and a quarter distance.
There you heard it from our paddock experts, Melissa Alford and Rutherford Alford. They're sharing their opinion about the 4 runners. 2 of them have already left for the starting gate. Couple of them exiting the paddock now. Before I get to the last event of the day, there will be a mock race run to be over a distance of 1,200 meters. We got 6 runners going to pose for the mock race. I'll share the details of the 6 runners. We got track 279 Almas, the mount of Vinay Jaiswal. Track 224 Cool Rider, the mount of Ezarwan. Track number 268 Super Stella, the mount of Rupal Singh. Track number 84 Shai, the mount of Afzal Khan. Track number 23 Phenomenal Lady, the mount of Sujit Kumar Paswan. And track number 198 Bellator, the mount of Saizat Khan. There you have the favorite making his way onto the main track. I'll take you to the bookmakers odds for the Fly Like the Wind Handicap. This race being for horses rated 21 to 46, rated 1 to 26, eligible to be run over a distance of 2,000 meters. Number 1 Amber Knight is at 100 to 70 on. Number 3 Tiger Shark is at 5 to 2. Number 4 Lucky 9 9 to 1. Number 2 George Everest 10 to 1. The latest bookmakers odds. Number 1 Amber Knight coming in for further support at 100 to 65 on. Number 3 Tiger Shark still at 5 to 2, 9 to 1 and over the other 2 runners. 3 of the 4 runners have reached the starting gate. The one we wait for is Amber Knight, who's about a few meters away from the starting gate. Still a couple of minutes away from the loading time. Our next race day is the Calcutta Oaks, the Ladies Derby on Boxing Day. The best way to come and get over your hangovers is your Calcutta Racecourse. I hope you block your dates. The next one after that is our 1st of January races, and that's really a carnival race. I think all and sundry either make it to the zoo or the Calcutta Racecourse. These are our quintessential locations for Calcutta 1st January afternoon. After that will be our derby. The loading operations underway. The orange marker goes up. The one who has been brought in front of the starting gate, that's Tiger Shark in the claret and gold epaulets. The one going forward now is Lucky 9. Shying away is Lucky 9. They're also trying George Everest. Going backward, there is George Everest. They have blindfolded Tiger Shark in front of the gates, who will be backed in. This footage you get is from our drone. It's really very clear. Slightly delayed by a fraction of a second from what you see in real life and on the screen. And Lucky 9 is the first one to be loaded. They're taking in George Everest now, but who's being a little mulish, refusing to go any closer to those gates. Looks like they're going to be blindfolding George Everest. Hasn't really settled down, George Everest, after the blindfolds been applied. They have lined up George Everest, but not really in front of the right stall this time they have. And they have managed to push George Everest halfway through. And the rear gate's been locked, so George Everest has been loaded. One at the back, one in front. One at the back is the favorite, Amber Knight, who's closing here at 100 to 65 on. One in front, that's Tiger Shark, second favorite at 5 to 2. Tiger Shark is being backed in. Being a little edgy there is Tiger Shark, with the handlers almost there with Tiger Shark. And this time they have got Tiger Shark backed in. We just wait for the favorite to come in to complete the line. Almost there was the favorite Amber Knight, but as he got into the gates, backed away. We have two handlers on each side of Amber Knight with the rings. Amber Knight has been pushed in. The rear gates locked. With that, they're set. All 4 runners, and they're away and racing for the last race of the day, the Fly Like the Wind Handicap. Little slowly out of the gates, there is Amber Knight as the field settles down to race. It's Lucky 9 who goes to the front from George Everest in second, about 3 lengths behind, making a slight forward move. There is Amber Knight, and dropping back to last spot, there is Tiger Shark as they take the first wide-handed turn. Lucky 9 continues to call the shot, but soon will have company with Amber Knight is on a forward charge on the outside, about 3 lengths behind. We go back to George Everest. Last of 4, there is Tiger Shark as they pass the mile chute and to the back stretch. It continues to be Lucky 9, just about a half a length in front of in second. There is Amber Knight, 3.5, 4 lengths behind. We go back to George Everest. Last of 4 continues to be Tiger Shark. They're racing well within themselves as they pass the 1200. It continues to be Lucky 9, about a neck in front of on the outside. They're getting a little keen. There is Amber Knight, about 2.5, 3 lengths behind. We go back to George Everest. Continues to give them a long start. There is Tiger Shark as they pass the halfway point, take the second right-hand turn. Rupal Singh on Lucky 9 is judging the fractions to the tee, about length and a quarter in front of Amber Knight in second with Nikhil Naidu on board. 2.5 lengths behind we got George Everest with Mohammad Akram. Last of 4 is J.H. Rahul with Tiger Shark. They pass the half-a-mile pole, continues to be Lucky 9 about length and a quarter in front of. In second there is Amber Knight, who's a double handful at this stage, about 3.5 lengths behind. There is Tiger Shark, who's also racing well within himself. 2.5 lengths behind we got George Everest. Now last of 4. The 4-horse field take the turn now. Lucky 9 still calling the shot, about length and a quarter in front of Amber Knight in second. In third we got Tiger Shark, and about 4-5 lengths behind. Struggling there is George Everest as they are at the top of the home straight now. And on the outside, George Everest has taken up the running. The one who's coming up with the run towards the inside there is Tiger Shark, but George Everest has gone to the front, about 2.5, 3 in front of Tiger Shark. Is now coming up with the run down the center. It's George Everest from it's Amber Knight from Tiger Shark. It's Amber Knight from Tiger Shark, and Amber Knight is going to make it. Amber Knight wins the last race of the day, the Fly Like the Wind Handicap. For Tiger Shark in second. In third we had Lucky 9, and last of 4 there was George Everest. So closing here at meager odds at 100 to 65 on this property of Mr. Malesh Naridu and Mr. Valam Molla, trained by Rajesh Naridu, ridden by Nikhil Naidu. It's a comfortable win in the bag. We will have the replay shortly on our screen. The replay, you can see Lucky 9 has perhaps shot his volt as they enter the home straight, really cruising up. On the outside there was Amber Knight. Nikhil had a cheek over his shoulder and saw Tiger Shark taken to the inside, and then he went hell for skelter on Amber Knight, who started to accelerate away. Tiger Shark made late inroads into the race. Perhaps a mile would be a better choice for Tiger Shark, but into the last 100 meters Amber Knight was not for catching here. Wins the Fly Like the Wind Handicap in the hands of Nikhil Naidu very easily from Tiger Shark in second. In third we had Lucky 9, who made most of the running, and never in it was George Everest. Over to the judges box, who's going to announce the placings for the last race of the day.
The results of the 6th race at Kolkata. Number 1, Amber Knight, first. Number 3, Tiger Shark, second. Number 4, Lucky 9, third. Number 2, George Everest, fourth. I repeat, number 1, Amber Knight, first. Number 3, Tiger Shark, second. Number 4, Lucky 9, third. Number 2, George Everest, fourth. The distances and time: 1 by 2.5 lengths, a distance between second and third, 7.5 lengths between third and fourth, time 2 minutes 09.593 seconds. I repeat, 2.5, a distance 7.5, time 2 minutes 9.593 seconds.
Please note, the all clear has been given for the 6th race of Calcutta races. Thank you.
With that they're set, all 4 runners, and they're away and racing for the last race of the day, the Fly Like the Wind Handicap. Little slowly out of the gates there is Amber Knight as the field settles down to races. Lucky 9 who goes to the front from Georgia Wrist in second, about 3 lengths behind, making a slight forward move there is Amber Knight, and dropping back to last spot there is Tiger Shark as they take the first wide-handed turn. Lucky 9 continues to call the shot, but soon will have company with Amber Knight is on a forward charge on the outside, about 3 lengths behind. We go back to Georgia Wrist. Last of 4 there is Tiger Shark as they pass the mile chute into the back stretch. It continues to be Lucky 9, just about a half a length in front of. In second there is Amber Knight, 3.5, 4 lengths behind. We go back to George Everest. Last of 4 continues to be Tiger Shark. They're racing well within themselves as they pass the 1200. It continues to be Lucky 9, about a neck in front of. On the outside, they're getting a little keen. There is Amber Knight, about 2.5, 3 lengths behind. We go back to George Everest. Continues to give them a long start. There is Tiger Shark as they pass the halfway point, take the second right head-in turn. Rupal Singh on Lucky 9 is judging the fractions to the tee, about length and a quarter in front of Amber Knight in second with Nikhil Naidu on board. 2.5 lengths behind we got George Everest with Mohammad Akram. Last of 4 is J.H. Rahul with Tiger Shark. They pass the half a mile pole, continues to be Lucky 9 about length and a quarter in front of. In second there is Amber Knight, who's a double handful at this stage, about 3.5 lengths behind. There is Tiger Shark, who's also racing well within himself. 2.5 lengths behind we got George Everest. Now last of 4. The 4-horse field take the turn now. Lucky 9 still calling the shot, about length and a quarter in front of Amber Knight in second. In third we got Tiger Shark, and about 4-5 lengths behind. Struggling there is George Everest as they are at the top of the home straight now. And on the outside, George Everest has taken up the running. The one who's coming up with the run towards the inside there is Tiger Shark, but George Everest has gone to the front, about 2.5, 3 in front of. Tiger Shark is now coming up with the run down the center. It's George Everest from it's Amber Knight from Tiger Shark. It's Amber Knight from Tiger Shark, and Amber Knight is going to make it. Amber Knight wins the last race of the day, the Fly Like the Wind handicap. For Tiger Shark in second. In third we had Lucky 9, and last of 4 there was George Everest. So
dividend for the 6th race, that is the last race of Calcutta. 1 win pays rupees 13, 1 3. 1 place pays rupees 10, 1 0, and 3 place pays rupees 11, 1. Second horse pool pays rupees 16, 1 6. Third horse pool pays rupees 26, 2 6. Quinella pays rupees 12, 1 2. Forecast pays rupees 23, 2 3. Your attention please. Tanala pays rupees 2626. The winning combination is 1, 3 and 4. Your attention please. In the 4th leg of mini jackpot pool, the dividend is 438, 438 on 56 successful winning tickets. Your attention please. In the 3rd leg of second triple pool, the dividend is 255, 255 on 79 winning tickets. Your attention please. The runner-up dividend for Calcutta races on 51 winning tickets on 4th leg is rupees 488, 488, and the jackpot dividend for Calcutta races, including their share of 30% on 33 winning tickets on 5th leg before tax, is rupees 2,249, 2249.
So the runners and riders are making their way to the starting gate for the mock race of the evening to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. The 6 runners lining up for the mock race would be Almas, track 279 in the orange jacket, track 224 Cool Rider in the colors of Manjari Breeders and Horse Racing Farm, as in the claret and gold epaulets. We got Super Stellar with the predominantly white, track 268. And we got Shay in the white jacket with the black stars, the mount of Afzal Khan. We got Phenomenal Lady, who's track 23, the mount of Sujit Kumar Paswan, in the yellow, black and red jacket. The center of your screen, just ahead of Almas, that's Phenomenal Lady. And Bellator in the colors of Vikram Bajapat, just to the left of your screen, the mount of Saizad Khan. So those are the 6 runners going to pose for the mock race to be run over a distance of 1200 meters. Barring the riderless Shay, who is about 100 meters away, being led to the starting gate, and Cool Rider, who is with Jockey S. Irwan and about 150 meters or so away. The rest of the 4 runners have reached the starting gate. With the arrival of Cool Rider, all 6 runners at the starting gate, we should have the loading operations commence shortly. The one climbing the frames of the gates, that's the rider of Shay, Afzal Khan. Shay is in front of the gates, will be backed in. The one which is being blindfolded now is Cool Rider. Looks like they're going to be trying Bellator first. Bellator walks in. Going forward now is Almas in the orange jacket. They're also trying Phenomenal Lady. Phenomenal Lady is just out. Going forward now is Super Stella in the gold cap. Gets in his Super Stellar. Phenomenal Lady still out. They're using the rings on Phenomenal Lady. In the meantime, they're trying backing Shay in. Phenomenal Lady has been taken in. We just wait for Cool Rider, who's behind the gates with the blinds on, and one in front, that's Shay. The other 4 runners have been loaded. They're trying and backing Shea in. Shea gets in with the jockey in the saddle. We just wait for a Cool Rider. Cool Rider comes in to complete the line. They're set now. Track is clear. And there we are in racing for the mock race. Getting squeezed out at the start there is Bellator, taking Phenomenal Lady with him in the back. The one who goes straight down to lead this field is Cool Rider, length and a half, 2 lengths in front of Shea. In third there was Almas. For the back in the field we go back to Super Stella towards the inside, making a slight forward move. There is Stella Phenomenal Lady as they pass the 800. Last of 6 is Bellator, who got squeezed out at the start. Take the first turn and go towards the 800 and approach the 6th. Now it's Cool Rider, length and a half, 2 lengths in front of Shea in second. In third we got Super Stella. For the back in the field we go back to towards the inside. There is Phenomenal Lady. Last of 6 is Bellator. They take the turn now. It continues to be Cool Rider, length and a half, 2 lengths in front of in tight grip. In second there is Shea. Moving into third there is Almas. For the back in the field we go back to Phenomenal Lady, who's coming wide of the track. There is Almas. Towards the inside there is Bellator. They're into the last 300 now. It's Cool Rider, still about length and a half in front of towards the inside. In the orange jacket there is Almas. Down the center there is Shea. The one who's moving wide of the track there is Phenomenal Lady. Into the last 100 meters, and Cool Rider is going to make it a start to finish essay for the mock race. Cool Rider wins it very easily from Almas. Is moved into second. And third there is Bellator, who made some late gains. For the back there was Shea. Then we went back to Super Stella. Last of 6 there was Phenomenal Lady.